But what I'm saying is when the right kind of an organization, by that I mean genuine, honest organizations, for the right reasons, by that I mean things like recessions, when such organizations do not pay a banker, chances are the same banker may pump in more money and bail this organization out of its problems. And why will a banker do that? Because you are eventually dealing with a reasonable lender to whom you can communicate why giving you more money is perhaps more in their interest than in yours. Folks, I'm trying to tell you, a banker is a reasonable lender. But a shareholder is amongst the most unreasonable of all lenders. You don't pay a banker, you perhaps may be able to re-borrow, but if you don't pay the shareholders, it could well be the last public issue of your life. So the only question to be answered is, how can a decision not to give dividend to shareholders be in their interest? And the only answer is, folks, you appreciate if this organization had given dividends, these shareholders would not only have received dividends, but they would have had money in their hands, which they could have invested elsewhere and earned more money on that. By not giving them dividend, you have also deprived them of the opportunity to earn on that money. And therefore, I'm trying to say, when an organization makes profits and does not give it out as dividends, they are also making an unspoken promise to the shareholders. Dear shareholders, don't take this money away. Leave it with us. Why? We've got opportunities of reinvesting, and we promise you, shareholders, we can earn on your money for you inside the company a return which is greater than what you can earn for yourselves outside the company. Once in a while, if the owners do not make profits, it is okay. They are expected to take risks. But if it happens on a sustainable basis, is it difficult to visualize the owners of this organization calling for a little roundtable conference, having a discussion, why did we start the business? Did we start the business so that we can generate employment opportunities in the country? Did we start this business so that the vendors can make money out of us and the financial institutions can make money out of us? Or did we start the business to make money ourselves? Now, everybody is making money out of this organization except the people for whom the business was started. Folks, it's a matter of time before the owners get together and say, I don't think this business needs to be continued. Let's shut it down. And then nobody will make money. I'm trying to tell you, it is so critical that everybody from the lowest rung employee to the highest level executive gets together with one objective in mind, and that objective is help the owners reach their targeted rate of return. That is the only sustainable win-win-win situation. Against every asset, you will be able to write either the letters PA or the letters NPA. Now, what does PA stand for? PA stands for performing assets, and therefore NPA stands for non-performing assets. All your assets can be classified into either performing or non-performing. Please try and understand what I'm saying. I am trying to tell you, you have to recognize that as an organization, you do not own a single piece of equipment. You do not own a single piece of machinery. You do not have a single motor car or a single laptop. You have no assets that do not have a corresponding liability. And you have no liabilities that do not have a cost. And if your liabilities are costing you on an average 65%, then your assets should be earning for you 65%. And now if you find 1 penny on the right-hand side, which is idle for 1 day more than necessary, it should hurt you here. What are you doing sitting idle? Go out and earn 65%. Because if you don't earn 65%, your neighbor will have to earn 130%, 65% for you and 65% for itself. Do you now recognize what a crime gets committed when an organization holds on to something known as non-moving inventory? How can it not move? Move! You're costing me 65, go and earn 65. Folks, if you go and loot a bank and then bring the money and put it in a cupboard and lock it up and sit for 6 months, perhaps you can afford it. Not only afford it, I think it is good strategy. But can you imagine this money being borrowed at 65%? Now, if you put it in a cupboard and do nothing, how much will it hurt you? Every penny on the asset side that is not earning for you is exactly in the same position. It is costing you, but it is not earning for you. And then when I see organizations running here and there in an attempt towards increasing market share, sometimes I feel like saying, hold on. First, clean up your balance sheet. Perhaps your profits can go up with existing turnovers.